Homiletical or rhetorical aims or intentions on tonight. I just want to show you something. I want to make you aware of something, and I want to activate you. I'm going to use that word, and then I'm going to help you to understand what it means. I want to activate you. See, I believe that we've had enough of preaching.
Yeah. Come on, sir.
Oh, come on. You've been in church your whole life. You get preached to every week. You've heard everything that you need to hear. You've heard all the stories. You've memorized all the scriptures. You shouted, you danced over passages that have been taken out of context. And for the purpose of manipulating you emotionally and financially, you don't need anybody else to preach anything else to you.
Come on. That's it. That's it. Come on.
We've come to a time where we have to move into a deeper and more expansive idea of spirit and truth. We've got to go beyond what we read or what somebody else tells us to actually being able to see and hear properly and perceive what it is that's going on in the realm of spirit. You came into this dimension. You were born into this earthly realm already pre-programmed with the ability to see beyond what you perceive in your eyes. Because let me tell you something, you don't need eyes to be able to see.
Well,
You close your eyes right now and it would look dark and you can see vivid images. You don't need eyes to see. What you need is revelation. It's time for us to tap into our intuition. It's time for us to move beyond what you believe and learn how to trust what you know. See, I need you to understand that you are more than your physical presentation. You are more than what we see. You are greater than your temporal circumstance. You are smarter and wiser and stronger than religion or society or your family have allowed you to demonstrate. And today it's time for the real you, the fullness of you, for your divine essence to be activated and experienced. Imagine what your life would be like. Imagine what the world would be like if we got to see the fullness of who you really are. And what does it mean to be activated, Will? What does it mean? What does it really mean? And how does this happen for me? Well, see, I have personally come to a place where I understand and embrace the fact that truth is eternal and it transcends any religious tradition.
yeah.
Hold on while I tell you this. I believe that truth exists outside of, above, and beyond the Bible or any other religious text for that matter. However, and I just made some of y'all mad because you thought the Bible was the end-all, be-all.
Nope.
The Bible only scratches the surface of who and what God really is. If you're mad at me, meet me on the parking lot. Ain't that what the lady told me? Catch me outside. How about that? Truth is greater than any human construct. Truth is greater than any tradition or anything that has been shared to us. Truth is greater than that. But again, I do want to pull from the Judeo-Christian creation narrative to lay this foundation for this revelation that we need to get in this hour. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, it says, "Then the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and then man became a living being." First, I want to quickly empower us with some clarity here regarding the translation of this text and say that it is a mistranslation, because this particular text actually drives oppression and male supremacy because it is a very androcentric perspective. The use of the word man here is misleading because in our context, we read this passage through patriarchal and androcentric lenses. We envision that God created a male being from the dust. When in fact, the word Adam does not mean man. It means mankind or humankind or humanity as a whole. And so when Adam was created, that was humanity being created all at once. Women did not come afterward. Women came at the same time. And when you understand that Adam is inclusive of all people, somebody say all people. No matter how you show up in the world, if you're tall, you're Adam. If you're short, you're Adam. If you present as a female, you are Adam. If you're gay, if you're straight, if you're rich, if you're poor, you are Adam. The reason that I call our attention to this passage is for us to understand what it really means to be activated. Where's Jason? Because I ain't gonna be long. See, on the day that humanity was formed, whether it was on day 6, as it says in chapter 1, verse 27, or whether it was on day 3, as it says here in chapter 2, the animation or the activation of humankind did not take place, catch this, until God breathed the breath of life, the ruach, into their nostrils. Yes, sir. You cannot be animated or activated or brought alive until the breath of God is breathed into your nostrils. Yes. Yes. Humankind was not quickened or animated or activated until God breathed God's self into them. I need you to understand that it is possible for you to be formed and shapen and have a visible, tangible, physical presentation and still not have life. All right? Let me do this quick word study for you right here. And I'm actually almost through. Life. What is life? What is life? It is a sequence of physical and mental experiences that make up the existence of an individual. One who has life is considered to be alive. Well, what is alive? It means still in existence or in force or in operation. To be alive is marked with alertness and energy or briskness. To be alive is knowing or realizing or being aware of the existence of oneself or another thing. To be alive means that you understand who you are and you are able to perceive the world around you. And the truth is that there are a whole lot of people in church who are not alive. To be alive is to have consciousness. Synonyms, let me give you this. Synonyms for alive. It means to be awake or aware or sensible or sensitive or cognizant or conscious. To be alive is to be conscious. And you cannot be conscious without the breath of divinity being breathed into you. I need to do this for you. It might make you feel a little uncomfortable because you're not used to doing this at the Baptist church. You're not used to doing this over at the Church of God in Christ. You're not used to doing this at the Methodist church. But at some point, you've got to stop and breathe. Do this real fast. Breathe. And release it. Do it again. And release it. This is the third time, and I need you to do it separately. Breathe. And release it. There is something that happens when oxygen comes into your body and your cells are fed with oxygen. There is something that comes alive on the inside of you when you just breathe. You don't need the preacher to lay hands on you. What you need to do is breathe. You don't need the prophet to come in town and call out your phone number. What you need to do is sit your happy self in the presence of God and breathe. You got to breathe. See, y'all get mad at weekend healers and say that they are demonic, but they understand what breath work is. They understand that who you are is only true because there is breath in your body. Do it again. And release it. You cannot come alive until you breathe. Let me go deeper. I promise you I'm almost finished. There is a difference between being alive and living. We'll say it one more time. There is a difference between being alive and living. Let me do a little bit of neuroscience for you. In your brain, the brainstem and the hypothalamus regulate things like your heartbeat and your breathing. See, you can be in a coma or in a vegetative state, but as long as the lower brain functions are active, you are considered to be alive.
Yes, sir! Come on!
But it is your cerebral cortex, however, that governs higher level intellectual functions like thinking and reasoning and feeling. It is your cerebral cortex that governs sensory perception like sight and sound and touch. It is your cerebral cortex where your conscious awareness of being alive resides. What am I saying? Conscious awareness happens in your brain. It happens in your brain. And I might get run out of time for this. But see, all this spooky, weird church stuff that we do, that is not what your consciousness is.
Yes.
Your consciousness is not out there.
Come on.
Your consciousness does not lie with any word that anybody has spoken over you. Your awareness, your aliveness, your livingness happens in your brain. And see, the problem for us is that the oppression of religion and toxic ideas about God have literally given us brain damage. We're sitting in churches unconscious of life. We're stuck on low-level thinking and what has been drilled into us. We have been beat down and minimized and told what we cannot do and where we cannot go and what we cannot be. We've been told to see ourselves as filthy rags and unworthy. Well, tonight, I came to erase all of that negativity from your brain, and tonight we are about to be activated. Let me give you something. You come on, I'm still Will Horn, I'm still who I was. Been playing for me for over 10 years. What you doing? Let me give you this, and we get ready to do some work. Let me give you this, and we're getting ready to get set up to go on and be and do and have what we're supposed to be and do and have. There is a term that we must know. It comes from psychology. The word is activation, and that is why we are here tonight, right? It is the activation. Well, in psychology, the word activation is the stimulation of the cerebral cortex into a state of general wakefulness or attention. To activate is to cause to be active, operational, functional, effective, engaged, and useful. I need you to help me right here because we're getting ready to be activated. I need you to shake somebody right next to you and tell them, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to live. Wake up. It's time for you to be functional. Wake up. It's time for you to operate at your highest and at your best. Wake up. See yourself for who you really are. Wake up and realize that you are divine. Wake up and realize that you are more than capable. Now, I need everybody in this place to stand up. I need everyone in this place, if you're able, to stand to your feet. To stand to your feet. Come on, come on, come on. Let me help us to understand what is about to happen in this place. Some of us have lived 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 and even some of us 70 years and have never been able to tap into the fullness of who we are. But on tonight, I make the proclamation that we are about to be activated, that we are about to come alive. And I need you to participate in this. I need you to participate in this. What I need you to do right now is I'm going to give you 10 seconds, and I want you to leave this place. And what I want you to do is to see yourself fully alive.